Coach, we talked last week during this presser that your offense, you were happy with the steps it was taking. You guys had pretty productive offensive nights on the road. It just maybe your defense let you down a little bit. What was it? Something they did offensively more at Northern State? Was it something maybe a defensive lapse from you guys? What caused them? They averaged your opponents averaged 91 points a game this past week.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a combination of playing against two teams that are playing pretty well offensively right now, two pretty high-scoring teams, and then also us not quite having enough attention to detail on the defensive end and just really enough defensive grit and kind of a defensive mentality. And I thought we were content at times to try to outscore those two teams, and that usually doesn't work very well on the road, especially against a highly ranked team and then a Northern State team that's playing some pretty good basketball right now. So I thought our defense let us down a little bit. We need to get a little bit back to having a little bit more toughness on the defensive end of the court.
Do you think the lineups that you'll have with Upper Iowa are going to help you get tougher in that area?
Yeah, we just really made it a point of emphasis this week again and tried to get back to having that defensive mindset. We've got to do that to be more successful this weekend against Upper Iowa and against Winona State because they're both teams that are talented as well. And I just think that our effort, our intensity, everything about that defensive end has got to be a little bit better, a little bit sharper this week, and just taking a little bit more pride on that side of the court.
Tyler Riddoff had a career weekend. What made him so special this weekend?
Yeah, he plays with a great passion and energy pretty consistently. He plays really hard. He loves the game. He plays like he loves the game. I thought he had pretty good fire and energy the whole weekend, and it carried over to the glass. Created a lot of easy opportunities for himself with offensive rebounds, and then kind of got himself going that way both days. With some easy putbacks, and then stretched it out to jump shots and post moves. So he had a great weekend. He was definitely a bright spot for us. Played pretty well, like you said, especially on the offensive end. Defensively, he had a few letdowns as well, and he's still got to get a little bit better on that end of the court too.
What's the biggest improvement he's made from his freshman to sophomore season?
He's just more consistent. I thought last year he played really well in spurts. He was still learning. He's gotten a little bit stronger. He's in better shape, a little better condition this year, and that he had a great summer, and that gave him a lot of confidence. And he's playing with a ton of confidence right now just because he knows he's put in a lot of work. He knows he deserves to be successful because of the work he's put in. So he carries himself like he expects to be one of the best kids on the court every time we go out, and really he has been. So I think he's a guy that will still continue to get better just because he loves to play, he works at it, and he spends a bunch of extra time trying to work on his game.
As a sophomore, is he already among the best players in the conference for you?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's whatever, 7th or 8th in scoring and 2nd, 3rd, something like that in rebounding. So he's putting together some pretty impressive numbers, and he does it every day. It's not really a surprise to the guys in our program because they see him do it every day. He's really raised his level of play. And, there's been times in the games this weekend, too, where his play just kept us right in it and kept us within 1 or 2 possessions in those games. He's playing at a high level right now, and I think he'll continue to play there. But we need to get a couple other guys to be a little bit more consistent like he's been. We're still working at that, and I like the fight of our guys. I really love coaching our guys every day, but we've just got to be a little bit more consistent. We haven't found a way to get over that over that hump consistently to put a long winning streak together. And that's tough to do in this league, but that's why it's tough to be a good team. You've got to be, it's not easy. Not a lot of people put in the mental focus or the effort to go on a long winning streak. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. But now would be a great time for us to kind of get that done and start one, especially being home this weekend.
Who do you see as one of those players, or maybe a couple players that could step up and complement Tyler a little more?
Yeah, really everybody else has shown. Really, all the guys that have played for us have shown the capability. Nate Merton's been good at times. Winston's been good at times. Chris Davis is playing better and better. Dom's been good at times. Luis has been good at times. But we just need some more consistency out of those spots. And a couple of those guys have had injuries or some sickness that have maybe got a little bit better of them at times. But we've got to be tough enough to play through that stuff and still do your job, really, whatever your job is. And we talk a lot about that with our players. Just not all of you are going to be great at everything, but just be great at one thing and then focus on doing the thing that you do really well. And I think at times we've had different guys playing well, and we've got to get 6, 7 of those guys at the same time to really reach our full potential. I still think we're moving in that direction, but as the second semester goes on, you don't want to be sitting around waiting too long to really see yourself get on a roll. And being close and competing in some of those games isn't getting it done right now. We need to get over that hump and get a big victory. And last time we were home, we won 2, and we'll be back at home this weekend. And need to defend our home court, need to get 2 again, and if we do that, we'll be feeling pretty good about ourselves.
How do you like your matchups this weekend?
Yeah, I like our matchups pretty much every weekend. I like coaching our guys. I like what they bring to the table. I like the energy that they have. I like that they listen and believe what we tell them as a coaching staff, and they know we've got to be better defensively. We mentioned that a couple times today, and they know that we weren't at our best on that end of the court last weekend. So they've worked really hard at it the last couple days, and we'll continue to do that today and tomorrow. But I think it's 2 good basketball teams. 2 teams that are kind of in the middle of the league, probably saying a lot of the same things that we are, looking to be a little bit more consistent, looking to not be close, but to win some of those games. So it'll be 2 hungry basketball teams that come to town, and I think we're a hungry basketball team. So I'd expect it to be we're gonna have to go out and earn it to get a victory this weekend in either of those 2 games.